welcome to episode 1666. Ooh, Wes, fancy. Of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. Did you do anything special for episode 1666, Wes?
I killed a baby.
Yeah. I kept wondering why your text messages wouldn't open that you sent me.
I was late because I was drinking baby blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kept sending messages that said, finally, and then there was like an attachment that wouldn't open.
Big day for all satanic Hard Factor listeners.
Yeah. That was fun.
Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Don't forget, speaking of the Patreon, you can play us in trivia Friday night, March 28th. It's in a couple weeks. So join if you want to play us in trivia. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Today, Mark's going first. Mark, what you got?
Nothing good. Sorry, I was taking a sip. Nothing good.
Oh.
Let's just say it's some kid got sat on and squished to death. Let's just say that.
Let's say it.
Let's just say what it is. Yeah,
wow. That's bad. Sorry to laugh. I didn't mean to laugh. That was just so shocking.
Yeah, no. I mean, he would have loved to laugh, but his lungs were crushed.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't even scream for help.
No,
you can't. Not in that situation. All right, we'll find out the gory details. I've got listener submissions on deck. Bunch of them. Great listener submissions, including a funny news story, funny local news story, and going to discuss one of the most recent viral trends that has just been great. It feels like the Heart of Hive is enjoying it. A lot of submissions. Going to celebrate the submissions, you know.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I got an interesting questionnaire that parents are being given right after their baby is born in the state of New Jersey, thanks to Governor Phil Murphy, and they're not too happy about it.
Whoa. Phil wants to know about your baby, huh?
He wants to know all about your baby.
What kind of baby is this?
Yeah. Isn't it usually like, what's the name for the birth certificate?
Yeah. And a lot of times you don't even know that because you're just like, oh, fuck. We just had like maybe it was a surprise birth.
Leave me alone. I was just in labor. And
it just popped out.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah, it can happen if you're fat enough.
It could happen.
Speaking of fat, you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Trigger warning for this story, but I couldn't not do it. I mean, that's kind of a lie. I could have passed in this one, but I chose not to, so I did it. Have you guys ever accidentally sat on a pet and crushed it or like almost crushed it?
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
Just the other day, I almost killed my Chihuahua.
That's what I'm saying, because you got Betty May. She's pretty small. It's something I think about all the time. You know, not with the beagle, but like a cat, and just like historically, if there's been a small animal in the house, like a Betty May or a ferret or a ham,
and she burrows too, so she's on blankets and shit.
Under the blanket, you like jump on the bed or you jump on the blankets, and then
it's gonna happen eventually. I will kill her.
Yeah.
How many dogs is that under your belt, Wes?
That'll be 3.
What are you going to say to us when you do that? Because you're probably not going to tell us the truth right away.
No, I would never tell you the truth about that.
Yeah. I don't think you could.
I'd say she got attacked by a pit bull.
Right? No, you can't tell anybody.
Would you have to like cut her in half to make it look like she got attacked by a pit bull? Would you have to frame the scene and take a picture, or would you just?
I don't think I would send you a picture of a dead dog. I would just lie through my
take
teeth.
His word for it.
Yeah,
take his word for it. Okay,
that's rough, Wes. Sorry.
I'm gonna assume she was squished from now on. And I feel like that's a normal thing to be concerned about. You know, it's a small pet, and you love the pet. It's normal. It's
try not to keep any pets. I do have a fish tank now, and stuff is dying left and right. I'll tell you that. But that's easy. You're just scooping it out. It's just nothing but a net scoop, and you're done.
How quick are these fish dying?
It's tough, isn't it?
The fish are actually thriving. Well, I'd say that the shrimp are having a harder time.
The shrimp are having a hard time. The cleaners. Yeah. Like gasping for air. I mean, I feel like that's a normal thing to do, though. Be concerned about, sitting on something you love and crushing it, but it's not something that concerns 48-year-old, 340-pound Jennifer Lee Wilson of Indiana. In fact, the only thing she's concerned about is purposely sitting on things that she loves to teach him a lesson.
Looks like job daughter.
Yeah.
She does. She cares about that, and to be fair, also the next meal. Where's that going to be? And that's
Mhm.
a major concern as well.
Those are on the top of her, whatever's above that neck thing, the top of her mind. So yes, because the reason I say that is this behemoth was just sentenced to 6 years in prison for sitting on her 10-year-old foster son as punishment for him being bad, and she crushed him to death.
6 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little low?
That's a light. That feels like that's real light
For crushing a kid to death, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
What
supposed to
is
be
she,
taking
like,
care of this kid. Like this is the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah, they called it reckless homicide. Because she's
Yeah,
claiming,
I'd say so. Yeah.
she's claiming, she didn't mean to kill him, and she gave him CPR when she saw the eyes went to the
Well,
back of his
sure,
head.
she regretted murdering the child,
She
but
did,
she still
apparently.
sat on him to do it. That's intense.
You're not going anywhere. So I guess what she's claiming, this Jennifer Lee the Hut, is that her foster son Dakota Levi Stevens, last April he left. He ran away from the house. He's like, I got to get away from this fucking monster. So he went next door. He ran next door to go play. And when he got back home, she said, "What? You're not supposed to run out of the house and go next door. You know that. Get over here." And she said he ran away from her, and then he laid flat on the ground, which was a mistake because she sat on top of him, crushing his chest and his lungs, and causing asphyxiation death that lasted. He didn't die right away, though. On April 25th,
What?
when she got off of him, and she said, well, "Are you faking it? Are you faking it?" Because he was,
I ain't that heavy.
Yeah, come on, you faking it? He was not, and then she realized he wasn't, so she gave him CPR and called the police and said, "I squished my son." And then the police came over, and he died 2 days later from asphyxiation. So he was just
a horrible,
the worst
death.
He's probably
Wow.
brain dead.
6 years, huh? That's all for how many other? They're just gonna fill her full of foster kids as soon as she's out of those 6 years.
Yeah, they're gonna take the ones that she has now.
What is going on?
She's
That's
not
crazy.
there, but her husband is. Now the neighbors kind of corroborated the story and said, "Yeah, no, Dakota did come over here the day he was squished to death, right before he was squished to death, and he did come over here, and he actually begged us to adopt him because he said his foster parents punched him in the face a lot."
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
this is the ultimate. This is the worst case scenario for a foster kid. Is they're adopted by monsters, and that's what these people are apparently.
you might want to investigate the dad. What's going on there? Like, he's just chilling with the rest of the foster family.
Well, we know 4'11", 340-pound monster Jennifer Lee Wilson's in jail, but we don't know much about the husband.
Were they molesting him too? Probably.
Yeah.
That's a horrible story.
Hopefully there aren't any other kids that haven't been squished yet at that house, because it sounds like Jennifer Lee Wilson's husband might be a bad egg as well, and he just lost his pizza buddy, so he's probably going to be giving a lot more face shots. Yeah,
gonna be in a worse mood.
Yeah. Which one of you kids wants to get punched in the face? Allegedly, we don't know much about the
Pick punch in the face or sat on.
Yeah.
Pick a hand.
She just crushed the kid to fucking death.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
What state was this?
Indiana.
Man, that's sad.
Yeah, they took, and then they put her in jail, and now the guy's stinky sex is gone, and he's going to be in a worse mood. And
well, then you get all the kids out of that house. Obviously.
Now he's got all the time to yell at the kids now that she's gone too. Yeah,
they didn't say if they didn't mention if he's still having these kids. I mean, because this happened a while ago, right? Like she's now been sentenced.
It happened about 11 months ago, April 2024. She just got sentenced this week.
You know what's fucked up is the government pays people. You can like live and do nothing except for take care of foster kids, because the government will pay you like stipends and a monthly
well, it's not the first case like this. You know, we've covered other stories. It's always fucking tragic, though.
Yeah.
It's like the worst case. Yeah.
But like these people, they just adopt kids so they don't have to do anything else. And they treat them like shit. It's fucking terrible.
When they strip searched her at jail, they actually found another kid deceased in her anus.
Wouldn't be shocking. Sad.
Terrible. Well, sticking with the theme, let's talk about a child that Jennifer Lee Wilson would love to have had the opportunity to crush. This adorable 4-year-old boy from Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin.
He is adorable.
He is. Super
What does he
Mario
got?
hoodie.
Milkshake McFlurry? What is that?
He's got whatever he wants. You'll hear about it.
Blue, yeah, it's like a blue.
They're really
McFlurry.
rewarding bad behavior from this kid because it was Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, but he was not very pleasant on the phone with the 911 dispatcher when he recently called them to snitch out his mom for eating his ice cream. He said, "She's been bad. She's eaten my ice cream, and I want her arrested."
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean, that's like murder to a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
That's fair. You gotta love that call if you're the dispatch operator. That's awesome.
Oh, they did. They did. That's why they came over with ice cream to reward him.
Yeah, of course.
Officer
Why not?
Gardner and Officer Ostergaard were dispatched once he hung up from 911 when they're like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Listen, I don't have time for this," and hung up on him. He's like, "Just get over here." So the officers showed up with some ice cream, and they just wanted to make sure that it was a child and not like a teenage prank call. They came over and they saw the scenario, and at this point, the 4-year-old boy had said, "Listen, I wasn't lying. She ate my fucking ice cream, but I have gotten over it, and I don't want you to arrest her anymore." So
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean, it shows judgment on his behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, great learning moment for him.
yeah, he's a hothead, but he gets over it.
Yeah, he's impulsive.
Yeah, the Mount Pleasant police then went out of their way to encourage this abhorrent behavior, giving the boy high fives and McFlurries and laughing with him, posting pictures online about the entire adorable situation, just teaching him all sorts of bad things, taking it to the internet. Every comment was just encouraging the shit out of him. Taking it to the internet, basically every comment was, "I'm not saying he's right. All I'm saying is I understand." Kind of like what you guys were saying. about
Yeah.
the ice cream.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. She ate the ice cream. He's
Look,
a kid.
I get it too. I get it. The child shouldn't, I'd say, be crushed by Jennifer in a foster home from hell, but maybe pinned down for a few minutes with threat of a loogie to the face if he keeps prank calling 911. Jennifer, who should get life in prison, no parole, could maybe work off some of her debt to society by like farting on these bad kids instead of
Yeah.
sitting on them.
Prank 911 calls were treated much differently when we were children. Yes.
Yeah, that's like scared straight.
It was very serious. The officer would show up and he'd be like, "Yeah, I know one of you did it." And he's like grabbing his belt buckle, and just like screaming at you, like a group of like, kids under 10.
Yeah. Look at me. And then he'd eat
Yeah.
your ice cream. And
Yeah.
this is what
you-
happens.
You got no ice cream for the rest of that day. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were in trouble.
I live here now. And you're like, what?
You know how serious this is? I should be out handling crimes, but I'm not because I'm here yelling at you little kids who called 911.
You see this gun? Yeah. You're like, what?
And then that's how they used to do it.
Anyways, guess who's going to jail now, Tyler? You to room jail. Go to your room, no tablets, no toys, and definitely no phones. The adults will be eating ice cream out here in the living room, you little bastard.
Yeah, he's gonna do this again.
Yeah, for sure. Keep an eye on that.
I think it's conditioning him to call 911 now whenever he needs ice cream.
Positive
Well, what happened?
reinforcement,
Will
yeah.
they showed up with two women showed up to pinch his cheeks and give him ice cream.
It was great
Yeah.
service. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to call 911 again.
All right.
A few
Pull up
hundred
those
more
cops
times.
again. Let's
What's
see what
that?
they look- let's pull up those cops again. Let me take a
Oh,
look.
Wes loves a
Yeah.
lady in uniform.
I
Yeah.
do.
It's like the best day of this kid's life.
Yeah.
That's
Arrest me.
It's
Yeah.
dream come true. It's fantastic. What a
Eat
treat.
me ice cream and arrest me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
No.
lot better. I mean, I'm happy for that kid. Much happier for that kid compared to the first one.
Oh, the kid that got his internal organs eviscerated and
Yeah, happy
died
for
a
him.
48-hour painful death. Couldn't breathe.
Happier for the kid that
Yeah.
got the ice cream. Yeah, much.
Me too.
Are you faking it? He's just flat. He's completely flat.
Oh, knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She couldn't get up either was the problem.
Oh no, she couldn't.
Right. No. And speaking of that, what's the common thread between probably both of the moms, the one who ate the ice cream and the one who we know the physical details of in both of those stories? What's the common trend?
They don't work out.
Yeah.
they could use the Fitbod app. That's right, Mark. You ever sit there, scrolling social media, looking at tons of workout videos? They're just pumping them into your feed because it sees your fat face on the camera, and they show you workout videos because they know that you need them, and they know that you're guilty about not working out enough, and you just get stuck in that loop. Wes, you've talked about it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Well,
The fat face algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah. The fat face algorithm. JD Vance knows about it. We know about it. But no more. Because I've got Fitbod. I don't pay attention to it anymore. I've got the Fitbod app. It's all you need. It's a personal trainer in an app on your phone. You don't have to pay some influencer to get it. You just download the app. Boom. You download the app. You tell it your goals, how much time you have to work out, what workout equipment you have access to. Boom. Fitness is planned for you by the Fitbod app. Fitbod creates a personal workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. And most importantly, pings you when you need to work out. It's time to pump iron. Okay. I've pulled up the app tons of times on the show before. Okay. It's just an easy app. You just hit your reminder. The Fitbod app opens, and then it shows you, okay, today it's time to do these workouts. And there's an instructional video for each workout. And you log your workout, log your progress. Boom, you're done. Workouts adapt to your growth. So each workout is challenging enough to push you to make progress. Fitbod tracks your muscle recovery so you can avoid burnout and keep up your momentum. Fine-tuned by experienced certified personal trainers to bring best practices and exercise science to you, and over 1,000 demonstration videos, like I was just saying, like a video on every workout there that they tell you to do. Level up your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription, or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/hardfactor. That's FITBOD.me/hardfactor.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
It's
We're
great
all
app.
losing weight on it too, using the Fitbod app.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all three. Nice. Okay. Listener submissions. Like I was saying, some of my favorite things. Listener submissions are the backbone of Hard Factor. If you could say the Hardo Hive, the listeners submitting to the hosts the funniest shit they could find. It's one of the backbones of this show. The backbone. I'd like to thank all the listeners who send funny shit to us all the time. It helps make the show better. And it also makes our day, having a little chatting it up, yucking it up about the funny news. Adam and Chris on Instagram contributed to this story, but all the time, the entire Discord server always sending in hilarious shit.
Yeah, it's helpful. Like how you probably have a group text thread where you'll send funny news stories potentially to your buddies. It's like that with 250 people in the Discord, and it's pretty sweet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get in there.
So if you're one of the listeners that's always sending shit in on DMs on social media, that's one of the reasons you should get in the Discord, because it's it's the whole Hardo Hive doing it. Everybody's signed up, so it's very fun in there. Thank you for submitting. Keep submitting wherever you want to submit. We enjoy it, and it makes the show funnier. And some of the best stuff recently has been centered around the JD Vance meme. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
they take JD Vance and they make him into anything, like this one, where they made him into an emo singer, and he says, "I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of, and in the goddamn war." No, that song,
Yeah.
the emo song.
Yeah.
JD, they made him emo. JD, he has got eyeliner looking eyes to begin with, but then Antonio Brown's getting in on it. JD Vance is a baby covered in spaghetti. You see?
Yeah. AI at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the idea. There's this this is probably going to get struck, so sorry for the people on YouTube, but there's this, they're doing the Bateman now, the cards, in American Psycho. Check it out.
What do you think?
Whoa, very nice.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. What do you think?
Better JD Vance.
Nice.
But wait, you ain't seen nothing yet. White.
Oh man.
Better,
Impressive.
better
Very
JD
nice.
Vance movie.
Let's see Paul Allen's.
It's like the guy in Guess Who. That fat.
Yeah, the fat bald guy.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
The fattest man yet.
The fattest, blackest JD Vance they've made. So JD, he's getting transformed into everything, and it's become a cultural phenomenon. A lot of great submissions all over the place. So it's been fun. I just wanted to celebrate that one with you guys. You guys enjoying the JD Vance memes?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. I like it.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's been happening for a couple weeks now.
Does have feminine eyes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He does. I gotta remember the
Smoky
etymology
eyes.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget where it started. Somebody meme like I forget where it started, but I don't want to misspeak. But it's been so fun. I'll try to find out the origins.
Maybe he's got some more in common with Zelensky than he thinks. All those memes of Zelensky dancing back in the day. Zesty.
Oh yeah, no, they're both memeable men. Yeah, no,
I love the dancing Zelensky. It's real. That's what's the
Yeah.
best
yeah. Oh
part
yeah,
about
his old stuff is.
He looks like the
fantastic.
Chiquita banana guy.
He's a wild
You
man.
Oh, he's done all kinds. He did like the pantsless one too. He's got a good repertoire out there.
Yeah.
A good portfolio.
Maybe we should
okay.
stop fighting and write a play together. Z.
That would really do well.
Yeah.
Imagine if.
I mean, he
Well, I
wrote
know,
the
and by the way, we're not covering this today, but we may as well mention it. There's all kinds of shit going on with Ukraine and like the peace negotiation / Ukraine, big like drone strike on Moscow now, peace deal maybe. We're not really covering that today. But yes, Mark, I think JD Vance and Zelensky, maybe they could do like an artistic project. Maybe that could be what brings everybody together on this one.
They like to wear makeup. They like to entertain. Yeah.
A couple of thespians. Yeah. All right. Well, here's another hit story submitted by the listeners. Guys, how many times would you let your house get run into by a car before deciding to move?
Same car, different car. What are we talking
Different
about?
cars, different days.
Twice.
Well, yeah, 2 would be it. 2 different cars. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Christy Howard of Lockport, Illinois, is asking herself that very question right now. And I'm going to let local WGN 9 fill you in on more. Spoiler alert, it's more than 2. So.
Fourth time a vehicle has crashed into the home near 143rd Street and Route 171.
Now, during the day, the homeowner says that this area is easily visible, but once nighttime falls, this intersection becomes hazardous, and last night served as a reminder of that danger.
I mean, it's enough. It's the 4th time.
Christy Howard has loved calling unincorporated Lockport home for the last 5 years, but she's fed up. This is now the 4th time a vehicle has crashed into her property along 143rd Street and Archer Avenue. A neighbor's camera capturing the latest incident taking place Saturday evening.
Somebody was coming down 143rd, approaching the light. They were the 4th car making the turn. Instead of making the turn, they full on went straight and airborne the ditch and ended up in our garage.
The crash caused significant damage to the garage and her Jeep, with debris spread across the driveway. Just hours before, her son and husband were in the garage, and she's relieved no one was inside at the time.
We did ourselves put in the concrete barriers. We have
which they avoided.
They missed
strobe light, I guess we call it, on our garage to light up the driveway.
While Howard recognizes that the damaged material possessions will be costly, they can be replaced.
You sleep
She is
at night.
pushing for further action to be taken so that it doesn't endanger a life, her family's, or anyone else's.
I mean, if there was rumble strips, if there's a flashing light with a sign stating, there's a light ahead.
Yeah, you can't sell that house either because everyone knows it's the crash house.
Oh, not
Any of
yet.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look, and to your point, Wes, this is the funniest image in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Those 3 concrete blocks on their driveway, that's not like something that the fucking crew put there after this 4th car crashed into the driveway. They installed those themselves.
Yeah. They need about
to try to
4 more.
prevent-
Did the car
Get the block
airborne
off their
those
whole
things?
driveway.
Yeah. Did
Did
the
it
car just jump those things?
It looks like it jumped them.
Yeah, through the ditch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
It was going so fast. They're lucky that it hit the garage where the people had just left, because that went all the way into the house. And I don't know the rest of the layout, but if it had gone through like the front door, it would have gone in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's saying like, hey, do something for us. I mean, realistically, the only options are to sue the city or move. That's it.
But to Wes's point, no one's going to buy that fucking
No one's
place.
going to buy the
dude.
crash house.
Yeah.
Well, then you got to sue the city. Your back's against the wall.
You have to sue the city and they're going to have to like put up like a barrier.
Yeah, they're gonna have to build you a concrete barrier around your entire house, like a moat.
And then
concrete.
everyone in your neighborhood's going to hate you because the construction's going to take like 2 years.
Well, and then the next house is going to get run into by the cars.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have to do it all over again.
Yeah.
So some pretty poor civic planning going on in, well, again, unincorporated district of what's that city? It's Lockport, Illinois. So it's probably like they have like basically no local governments. That might make it even fucking harder because she's like, just out there, just living on the corner. It's just her house on the corner. Maybe there's not much of a local government or anything.
We've installed this mesh net.
She said, I cut out part of the video. She said that they the city or whoever like is in charge of the street, she said that they had moved a sign like slightly back and to the left, and that was what they tried. They tried to make the sign that says you can only go right or left like earlier up, but it's not done anything. It's not helped the situation.
That car was going about 50 miles an hour at their house.
Yeah, that's a bad time.
She also put she said to put a strobe light out.
Yeah, that probably,
which if you're drunk is like it's like a moth to a flame.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, it's a bar.
These are happening at night, Wes.
It's a strip club. I got to get off the road. The cops are after me. I'm heading to the strobe light.
Yeah, it's a tough time.
Don't people.
Yeah, it just blinds them as they're making the wrong turn.
They have a seizure.
Yeah. 3 of the 4
I like the
were
bumps.
seizures.
I think the ridge bumps was the only great idea she threw out there. They should ridge the corner.
Cinder blocks are great, but obviously not big enough and not wide enough of an area because that car got around them.
Oh, it's a real problem. Yeah, they got to do something. The only thing though, Wes, she said, "How you sleep at night?" Dawn, my only suggestion to her would be put a fish tank in.
Yeah.
Maybe you can stare at the fish tank. It's a little bit relaxing, and it distracts you from the constant fear of having your home run into all night long by cars going 50 miles an hour.
The HOA comes.
Every car is just anxiety.
Yeah, every single fucking car. The HOA comes and goes, whoa, no cinder blocks. There's fucking even more.
We'd rather you die.
Fine. Fine them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bad situation for that family. I hope they win whatever they decide to do.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, they're fucked.
They're a real tight spot.
All right. Let's move on to the last story of the day, guys. Imagine this, okay? You're in the hospital. You and your partner, your wife, just gave birth to a healthy baby, right? You're looking at this baby, you're enjoying the baby. Doctor comes in, hands you a form, answer some questions about your baby. All right. Now you might think the form has questions like, baby's name, mom's name, dad's name, mom's name, dad's name, race, ethnicity, etc. Normal demographic stuff, but not this form. Not this form. This form is different. First, a little backstory.
Uncircumcised, check.
Right. You want to chop or not chop? Yeah. No chop.
Well, you got to know. I mean, they're really signing you up day one. So you all uncircumcised at this point, I'm guessing.
Well, they're trying to upsell you, right? They're probably like, here's a list.
It costs money. Yeah,
it's an upsell.
Yeah.
It's an upsell. It's the only reason I didn't do it.
In the cuter crib, the better crib, or the shitty crib, like
schmegma or no schmegma.
Yeah.
Now, first, a little backstory on how this insane form I'm going to share with you came into existence. So, according to the article by NewJersey.com by Susan K. Livio, at the height of the pandemic, COVID-19 was taking a heavier toll on Black people. Governor Phil Murphy signed a law that required hospitals and labs in New Jersey to collect more detailed demographic information on its patients. Now, this is Phil Murphy. He looks like he's a British spy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks so British. What's up with that? Oh, it's because his teeth are so bad. Oh,
yeah. He's got a deformity. Yeah.
The first picture, it looks like he was a British spy. Kids.
Yeah.
He's like a Mr. Bean style British spy.
Yeah, he looks hilarious.
Does he? Is that you're saying that's a physical issue he's got with his teeth? What's going on?
It's got to be, right? It's got to be some kind of deformity. I don't know.
That's what we call
his eyes. His eyes are a little wonky too. I don't know. He just
Old-
looks so British.
Old biscuit tea.
Very-
Yeah. He's somehow
Oh,
infiltrated our
tea and crumpets. Tea.
Yeah.
New Jersey. So, anyway, the article, 4 years, according to the article, 4 years later, the law is taking a surprising turn. Hospitals, again, they want to collect as much information as gone into law, and the hospitals are dum-dums following this law, and they're handing out forms asking pregnant and postpartum mothers some very woke questions about their newborn bundle of joy. Here's the form. So as you can see, question 1, patient name. All right, no
Mhm.
problem. Second question,
Sure.
newborn date of birth. Okay, so far so good. Next question, what sex was your baby assigned at birth? Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay.
Pretty normal. Then it gets weird. Does
Prefer not to answer is a little weird there.
yeah.
For a sec.
Do you identify your baby as female,
Oh no.
male,
That's not.
transgender, female,
How do,
transgender
you
male?
how do you identify your
ridiculous.
baby?
They're encouraging parents to put an identity on the newborn
Gender
baby.
queer, and then you can even write in whatever answer you want.
That's child abuse.
Honey, he's not sucking on your nipple. That kid's queer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not latching on.
Yeah.
Some dad's gonna fill it in like that.
Look at him. He hates nipples.
My baby
Came
ain't no
out
fucking
gay.
queer.
Yeah.
My baby girl ain't no clit licker, okay?
No, that baby's queer, I bet. But
Yeah. He's sucking on the big fat titty right now.
does this look gay?
Ask me again if my little babies are gay.
Yeah.
This form is nuts.
You're about
Which-
to identify with a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, and then the next question is literally, which of the following best describes your baby? Lesbian or gay, straight or heterosexual, bisexual, or self-description? Please specify.
Did
this is-
the people who wrote this have never had kids, right? Because I mean, like, you don't.
No.
It's a baby. It's like
Yeah.
when a baby comes out, it's just a fucking baby. It's either like
Well, right. the
one
baby
of the
doesn't
other
really-
styles of babies.
But also, like, this is one of those jump the shark moments where you're doing more harm than good for the transgender and gay cause. That, like, this is an overstep. This is a mistake. You don't identify what your baby is. Your child at some point will identify that for themselves.
Right.
You don't get to choose.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point.
That's
Mark,
the
like
whole
you're saying.
point. It's
Yeah.
not unless you think it's nurture over nature, which you're nurturing them to be gay on day one.
Which is nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you rather somebody just choose their own adventure? That's crazy.
Yeah. Ask me if he's a transvestite again, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah, I'd love
baby
to
ain't
see
no
the dice
queer, dog.
man filling in that paper. Or Roddy
How many
Dangerfield.
people filled out the queer part? I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to talk to a manager.
How about I rip your head off? Huh?
Yeah. That definitely caused some outrage.
A New Jersey dad being handed this form.
Yeah.
He's looking at his little baby boy. Oh,
Oh, dude, yeah, a meathead Jersey dad's definitely busted that clipboard over somebody
Yeah.
before.
circle
What the
straight.
fuck is on this paper?
Put straight, circle straight and heterosexual. Underline them.
Honey, go back to bed. I'm going to have to talk to these people. Go back to bed. Go back to bed.
He just storms out of the room.
Yeah.
You hear a bunch of crashing outside.
Oh my god, he's so.
My
so
wife didn't
angry.
spend 22 hours in labor. No epidermal for you to come in here with this queer shit.
Yeah.
So Wes, this is for newborns, right? So just making sure,
Yeah.
like this
Yeah,
is
for
a form
newborns.
they're asking somebody in the delivery ward.
Yes. It's like
That's
right.
crazy.
You're like you just gave birth, and they come and ask you if your baby's queer.
Oh.
You come out like this.
Yeah. Have a little form for you to
Yeah.
add.
Like, babies are not
That's
expressive
a
enough
strong wrist.
Yeah.
to know anything. Yeah, it's they can barely see when a baby's that young. It's like still blind. It doesn't even.
Oh yeah.
it's-
Well, again, it's not your choice to identify what someone else is.
Right. So
Yeah.
the whole issue behind it is that other healthcare systems besides Inspira Health, which is the main people that are handing out this form, are also handing it out because it's law in New Jersey. Okay, so the hospital said that they are required under state law, and it helps hospitals fulfill its mission to, quote, provide a safe and compassionate experience for your baby. By
How would you treat a baby differently if it had a different sexual orientation? I don't understand. It's a baby still. There's no
Yeah.
different. What would you do?
I'll tell you what this does is open up for middle school and high school kids to have hilarious cut downs at when they're bullying kids and being like, well, that's why your parents identified you as gay as a baby.
I saw the paperwork.
Yeah, I see him faking the paperwork.
You were gay from the start.
You're gay from day one, buddy. Out of the-
So the 2021 law requires medical professionals to ask patients not only about their race and ethnicity, this is all from the article, but their gender identity and sexual orientation. And it's the participation is voluntary, but to be handed this right after you give birth to a baby is crazy.
Wes, I feel like somebody who was making this form was told to make it for the parents and then made it for the baby on accident. And then somehow
It's just
like,
that the baby is technically a patient.
Some idiot came up with this idea,
yeah.
and no one was able to shoot it down.
Right. No one was able to. No one thought better. Like, hey, this is crazy.
No one wanted to get fired for speaking up about how.
no one was like,
ridiculous
hey,
this is.
think about the news articles and stories, and Hard Factor talking about it in 1 week. How about
Is
that?
this kid gay? I don't know. Play it some Gaga. Let's see if see if the kid likes Lady Gaga. I don't know.
Let me show him my dick. Let's see how he reacts.
I mean,
Oh
how do
no,
you
he's
not have-
smiling. Oh,
What the fuck?
Nobody said, maybe think about that one before we ask people.
well, luckily, Senator Holly Shepisi, a Republican, got wind of the chatter, and she's looking into it. And she said that she was drafting legislation that would help amend the law to introduce some common sense. She said, I understand why for certain populations, this information could be helpful for finding appropriate care in the event of someone, if someone is trans, gay, or bisexual, but not fucking babies.
Right.
So yeah, she said she's going to draft up the law and maybe not hand it out to babies anymore. So it's going to be changed eventually because it's been going around, and New Jersey dads are losing their minds.
Yeah. That's tough for them.
Let me see that form. What did it say? What does it say on there?
Is this every state now? Because
Go get the doctor.
How long was the New Jersey dads have been filling out this form and just fuming silently for how long?
For I don't know. It says the 2021 law. So I guess since then.
How have we not covered like a delivery room blow up with this?
I don't know.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
checking straight and underlining it, ripping off,
Well, I
ripping
think
off everything below straight.
I think it finally made news because Trump's in office, honestly. So the like it would have been less, the outrage is I guess more acceptable now. I don't know if that's true, but it's
I
certainly
think this one is like
more
I-
newsworthy,
I-
I guess.
I mean,
It's
isn't that
pretty
like
logical. This one, it's like
isn't that
yeah.
like PII anyways? Obviously, a baby can't fucking tell yet, but and you shouldn't identify for someone else and all that. But like, why would anyone have to like even disclose that like right away? Like that.
I don't know. I
What's
have
the
no idea.
benefit?
well, it's a voluntary disclosure. Still.
yeah.
You know, it's voluntary. Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think technically like they're
I guess
You've
they
had
are.
the
I
baby,
guess they
right?
are the doctors, so they're allowed to have PII. But it just seems
you've had the baby. You can just walk out of the hospital at any time, and they'll just have to catch up with you later. But I mean, yeah, it's still weird that that's information they would seek on a baby.
okay.
just
Put
because it
that
doesn't
kid in the
make
gay
any sense.
database.
Yeah.
Right. That's what they want to do, but it's
Yeah.
like, how do you that seems crazy.
Hey, I hacked the
Yes.
database, and turns out Greg was gay since day one.
Those are going to be great jokes.
Yeah.
Greg's going to get it.
Your parents knew, Greg. Even your parents knew, buddy.
Yeah. They raised you just right. Anyway, that's it. That's all. That's the show. If you're from New Jersey and just had a baby, let us know if you were, send us a DM. Let us know if you were handed this form and how you reacted.
Yeah, how
But-
did you fill it out?
We'd love
That's
to
what
hear
I
from
wanna
you.
know.
Yeah.
It's not fake. This is a real form.
It's a real form, dude. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Real form. Anyway, patreon.com/hard factor to join that Discord Will was talking about earlier. Great community, lots of fun channels, fatathon going on in there. We got the lottery, we got gambling, we got sports, we got funny memes, all kinds of shit to entertain yourself all day long. Most importantly, we'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Have a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!